Hey Gemini, welcome to your 5-minute forecast. I'm Louisa Tannemunson from Feel Good Astrology, and let's tell you about this month ahead. So we're looking at February, and there's three main phases that I really want to talk to you about. And the first one is the full moon, which is taking place on the 5th. That's happening in your third house. It's an interesting one because this particular full moon is challenging us to get really clear about where we are expressing ourselves and also how we can do that without hurting the collective. Now, this is putting us all under quite a lot of tension, and in particular, the sort of tension that you're likely to be going through at the time of the full moon is tension in terms of the way you're communicating and the reactions that you're getting from the communications that you're sort of encountering. I would imagine that social media is going to get really quite sharp and acerbic around the time of this full moon, in particular for you. What's really coming up is a conflict in what you believe you know versus what you actually know. And it feels like there are more and more people presenting other information to you, and it's really quite threatening. One of the difficulties with this is there is the feeling of, okay, well, what does this mean? What does this mean to my security? All this new information, how can I process that? And so, as this full moon is coming into its magnificence, it's actually raising the tensions in terms of what you know and how you might manage it. In particular, it's really highlighting where there may have been a blind spot, not just your own, but where everybody has had a blind spot. And it's reminding you of times in the past where there was almost like a big secret that you couldn't know about, or there's no way you knew about, but you found out about it too late. So it's almost like this tension of being too late to the party, and how you cope with those feelings. So that seems quite an important thing to be prepared for. So what I would say, in preparation for that is, just sit down before you write something or communicate with something and think, okay, how much of this do I actually know? How can I be sure that this is true? How might I react if I was to find, out that there are other belief systems? Because this is really challenging what you know about yourself, because you put so much store and energy in who you are based on what you know. And of course, the trick at the moment is just to know who you are in your heart. So it's about moving from your head down to your heart and being firmly grounded there. That's your challenge for this month ahead, Gemini. Now, other things that are going on, in particular, your belief systems are being expanded. That's really where the sun is at the moment, and Saturn's there, really emphasizing how you can get more integrated knowledge. It's definitely a time actually where you're thinking about studying and really kind of tucking into information and really going for it to learn something new. Now, in terms of your career, it feels like you're entering into a very creative time, and in particular from the 15th to the 20th of February, things get very expanded. It feels like there's this lovely flow of energy that's really working for you, in terms of allowing you to connect again into your heart, and from that into your intuition, to see what is coming up. Like, how is your intuition speaking to you in this month ahead? If you can focus on that, you'll get some really great ideas. Now, towards the end of the month, you've got this opportunity to heal through working with others. So it feels like as you're collaborating with others and bringing your amazing intuitions and newly found belief systems, as all of this is coalescing into some kind of outward product or energy, or I guess an output at some point, you'll have the opportunity to work with others, collaborate with others, and find some synergy. In this is going to be a bit of a healing crisis wrapped up as a bit of a gift. Right now we're all being challenged to heal the insecurities that we feel. And one of the things that you're being challenged with at the moment is to understand how it is to feel completely whole and healed and perfect even in a busy social setting. So the more you're working with others, the more it's bringing up insecurities, but that's a challenge for you. Anyway, next month is so much busier. So really, if you can let more of your intuition out, you'll be setting the scene for a much more smooth transition into the spring of 2023. Anyway, I hope that was useful to you, Gemini. If I can be of any further help, then just drop me a line. It's louise@gmail.com, or you could also go to feelgoodastrology.com. Lots of love to you. Bye for now.